What's going on, guys? It's N1njaHawks here. Today I'm going to be doing the worst games of the decade from 2010 to 2019. For this list, we're going to be looking at all the awful, terrible games. The one reason why I hate so many games in this generation, and these games show exactly what I mean. Without any further said, guys, let's swim through this dog poop. The first question is, what is the worst game of 2010? There are so many good games. I wonder what is bad. Well, get those drums rolling because this is real STR or not. Tony Hawk Ride. Yes, I'm not kidding. This is a game released to the public in 2010. What a huge disgrace.
Build up the meter by pumping up the crowd. Keep them pumped.
Come on, guys, get pumped! Good luck getting pumped to that, because this game has horrible campaign, piss filters, terrible graphics, terrible motion board, and let me just tell you now that the sensors don't work. So, yeah, when it works, yeah, you'd rather be playing games like Halo Reach instead of this crap. Guess who's back in the competition, but this time it's Shred instead of Ride. Same things from before, but this time worse than Ride. And also has no campaign, no creator, skater. What the hell in a Tony Hawk game? Oh yeah, piss filters are back, and this game sold less than 1,000 copies, which, you know, I wonder if it sold less than 900 copies. Oh wait, they would've.
I think you got this thing down pat. Good job out there.
Not time to kick some butt and chew some bubblegum because there is no gum today. People waited 15 years for another Duke Nukem game, and 15 years not worth it. Awful dialogue, graphics, gameplay, childish, ugly, and yeah, I pretty much described this game. It's all around terrible. Mind Jack? More like I would rather mind my own business because this is terrible. This game has the worst dialogue in gaming history, and yeah, even the main core mechanics don't work properly. The mine hacking idea just takes forever, glitchy, buggy, broken bosses, and multiplayer doesn't work properly. This is the example of how to not launch a game. Next we have is Aliens Colonial Marines. Damn, I can't wait to fight those aliens. What? You can't get to fight them majority of the time instead of humans? What the hell is this? This is terrible, buggy, glitchy, they don't work properly, the game looks terrible. Suffers the same problem like Duke Nukem, but rather, this time around, the whole meat of the game is not even in majority of the game. Terrible, this is not how you target your main audience, or even not your main audience. If you wonder why I hate early access titles, well, this game has a terrible name with it, and I can't be bothered to say it. Thank you, Actman, because this game is garbage. What started microtransactions and all that? I'll tell you now. On console, this game, clunky controls, bad everything, awful graphics, bugs and glitches everywhere, and this game is such a huge disgrace. It's made by the guy that made Big Rigs Over the Road Racing. Bastard. Do you ever wonder, what do all the people in hell, aka the bad people that passed away, do in the spare time? Play this.
Not even mainstream journalists could give it a 7 out of 10.
It took reviewers forever to get a 1 out of bloody 10 on a game this bad. Yet they give games like Halo 5 an 8 out of 10. What a huge disgrace. Okay, let's begin. This game is so broken, so messed up, terrible on absolute every scale. Do we even need to talk anymore now? I'll tell you the answer, no, because it's pretty obvious. I can't wait for the new Sonic. Oh crap, this is a PS 1.5 graphics. Bull crap. Wouldn't you believe it, this game is even worse than the game I never want to say ever again in my life, Sonic 06, aka Sonic the Hedgehog in a realistic environment. This time around, PS 1.5 graphics, and everything is terrible. No Sonic gameplay, beat 'em up, repetitive crap, And for that reason and bad story and everything, I would rather be going out with a boom without this thing. Hooray, it's What the hell? That is Rambo? Oh god. Same problem as Rise of the Lyric, this time around, even worse graphics, just as bad gameplay, even that it's an arcade shooter, but good luck filling in that arcade mood when you'd rather be going out to a real arcade and spending $2 200 times. Lights out, Gorilla, no, never mind, lights on, this game absolutely sucks. People say Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 is the best one of the bunch. Yes, it's correct. Yes, reviewers, 2 is not the best, 3 is. Anyways, 1, 2, 3, and 4 are amazing games, but why is 5 not one of them? I'll tell you why, it's pretty obvious right now. Bad graphics, bad controls, and everything is terrible. 2 levels to burn your childhood, which are School 3, aka Life School 1.5, and the what's it called, the Foundry, aka the Warehouse clone. So yeah, thanks Activision. If you ever asked me what was my most hated Call of Duty game and it was the worst too, this is the game, Infinite Warfare. Have you ever wondered why this game was disliked so much? I'll tell you why. It's disliked on YouTube as the most disliked video ever for a trailer and even YouTube, and let me just tell you now, it deserves it. Also, the campaign is a rip-off of a Halo book. They even rip off Halo references in this game. Thanks a lot for trying to burn my childhood. Oh wait, guess what? I didn't get to see it because I'm happy I'm with the original Halo games. Okay, what else? Oh yeah, the weapon names for the multiplayer and zombie weapons suck. Okay, zombies. Wow, did they just do a terrible job? They had one of the worst maps ever, Zombies in Spaceland. As for multiplayer, everything's terrible. And campaign, yeah, garbage. Yes, reviewers, it's garbage. And all around, with all these things combined with terrible colors and terrible everything, you asked for it, it's Invisible Barrier Warfare. If somebody says boots on the ground, they definitely don't reference 2017's COD World War II. I know what a World War II game is meant to be like, and this is not one of it. The campaign is terrible. It will bore me to death, and it did exactly like that when I first got the game, and also not just that, but they even lie to people about what it's like to be in World War II. Yeah, there were no women with guns, excuse me, but they weren't soldiers. In fact, if anything, I'm not going to go down that path because that's like a Bible of talking, which I'm not going to spend my video on. As for zombies, this is horrible. It's clunky, bad, and every character only grunts when they get hit. Are you kidding me? They don't say anything when they get a nuke, a power-up, like the 4 main original characters. No, they're just boring. Multiplayer also is boring too, but this time around it's a casino even more than zombies. Oh wait, never mind, they're both equally as much of a casino. Also, the weapons are so bad in multiplayer. The maps are boring as well. Everything is watered down, yucky to look at on all modes, and let's be honest here, for a World War II title, this is horrible. For a video game in general, this is terrible. The casino of all Star Wars Battlefront 2 EA, not the original. Even with the microtransactions taken out of the game, let's be real here, it's still a terrible game. The multiplayer is boring, the maps are so forgettable, the gameplay is the same from the first EA Battlefront, not the original, and, well, campaign, well, Snorefest. Let's be real here, it's just so boring. I wish this game was not a failure, but I'm sorry, Black Ops 4 is terrible. I still remember people talking about how Treyarch was so good that this would be the best company to rely on if Call of Duty got worse. Unfortunately, it got worse even with them around, and oh my god, this makes me so upset. Multiplayer and zombies are terrible, they are boring, and well, zombies takes forever to kill zombies. Also, the maps themselves, well, they were terrible. You've got Blood of the Dead, aka a worse version of Mob of the Dead, what a disgrace. 9, which is boring, and of course, Voyage of Despair, aka the worst way to make a hard map. Multiplayer, all the maps suck, and many of them are remakes. Specialists are terrible. Specialist HQ replacing Campaign, why? As for Blackout, boring after a while. The final worst game of the bunch, Anthem. Wow, were we disappointed. Funny fact, this was the same year Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order released, but unlike Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, where that game turned out to be a 10 out of 10 in my books, after, of course, they did a huge amount of slow and steady wins the race, which they succeeded in, Anthem, on the other hand, went down the path of that, but rather rush it all, lose it all instead, and what we got was a big loser. Everything was terrible. New gameplay mechanics were boring, the only good thing was freedom, but who cares about that when everything outside of it sucks? Also, not just that, but even the enemies are boring. The main heroes are just straight up boring as well. And to top it off with all this, I will say that this game is something that deserves to be in the tin can trash.